Okay, I think this will go through. I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone, as I've probably mentioned before many times, and I just wonder how much could the card art be influencing my decision on my deck build. I think it might have some influence because there are some cards I just don't like looking at. You know, I like the numbers, but I don't like looking at the art, or even listening to the sayings. And I'll throw an example out there. It's the guy who says, "The frostwolf, stand ready." I don't know. It looks like a good card, and a lot of people use it, but I don't feel like using it just because I don't like the look of the card. How much does that influence other people? It's like people might be using certain decks just because they look cool and don't really pay attention to the numbers. I mean, yeah, there's better cards than the frostwolf, but you know, that's still a pretty good card if you use a lot of minions. Like as a hunter, for a hunter, I think I prefer the hyena, which gains strength as minions die. It's a slightly different effect. The hyena starts out a little weaker, but it still ends up with pretty good strength. Similar to the frostwolf. It's just the frostwolf guy. It's his battle cry instead of something that he can gain throughout the life of his card. But it's something to think about. That there's more than just the numbers that people may be using to influence their decision in the decks that they choose, and this is us limiting the choices to the game of Hearthstone. What about the Magic the Gathering? I mean, that's completely different art. I haven't even delved into any game time or efforts into the Magic stuff, and there's an app you can download for that and play some games. But I've developed such a familiarity with the warcraft style of playing that I've stuck with that. I've preferred that ever since 98. That's when I first became alerted. I think 97, 96, probably as early as 96. Whenever the first Warcraft game came out, I never actually played it back then, and I didn't play it until years later. But I watched a guy. He played it. He spent all his while I was in the military. We were at the same pay grade. And he spent all his military money on a computer and those games, and that wasn't cheap. I was not willing to pay that. But I mean, the familiar. It's like, you know, it became indoctrinated at an early age, and it just became a part of regular culture since then, because it's been around for so long. They start you out young. I mean, I was in my later teens, of course, but still, I can still look back many years and say, you know, I've been familiar with this Warcraft theme, the orcs versus the humans and all that, for a long time, and so I've been kind of brought up in it, and I'm sold on it. I do like most of the artwork and the style and all that. So I've played pretty much all the types of games that they've had, including the StarCraft series. Not StarCraft 2 though, but like Diablo and stuff. But I mean, there's certain appearances though that people may choose over the actual like points, the numbers. You know, it's a style thing. People do that in Warcraft. They want to show off their latest gear, or the gear that they think looks pretty cool and stuff. And people probably do that for their deck builds too. Granted, I can't say that, you know, there's cards that are horribly bad, for Hearthstone or anything. I mean, they try to make them all pretty advantageous. It's just some may be chosen over others based on the art.